Hey, welcome back. Hey guys. So we are making butternut squash apple soup and apple soup. We're making AIP donut holes. AIP is autoimmune protocol diet. Or protocol, it just stops at protocol, but it's a way of eating to help with inflammation and blah, blah, blah. So they're not cooked, so we'll see if they're any good. And so it's creamy squash apple soup. That's how you say it. And if there's time, I'm just going to show you a couple of weird fruit, veggie roots, whatever you want to call them, and kind of what you can do with those. So let's get started. So butternut squash is really hard to cut. And so if I was going to do this from scratch, which I didn't, I bought it already cut, I would probably pop this in the oven for a little while to soften it so that it's easier to cut and easier to scoop out, because I already hurt my wrist doing it. So anyway, so I bought it like this at the store. You can also buy it chunked. You can also buy it frozen. And for this recipe, any version would be fine because you're going to boil it. So this is the shape of the, fruit. It's a fruit because there's seeds in it. So this is the shape. It's got this sort of like bell thing on the end. So you peel it, and then you scoop out like a pumpkin, the seeds in the middle, okay? And I've already started cutting it, but I'm not going to go through all of that because I already did this. But so I cut it into strips, and then I chunked it and made chunks. Threw it in the pot, and I'm not going to do all that right now because we have other things to do, and that's already completed in the soup pot. So chunk all of that, throw it in a pot, throw in 2 to 4 apples, depending on your liking. Unless you can't eat skins of potatoes, you don't have to peel them because you're going to throw them in the blender anyway. So you just throw them in the pot with the sweet potatoes and some vegetable broth. This particular recipe had vegetable broth. I'm sure you can do chicken broth. I'm sure you can do whatever broth you want. So throw that into the pot. You're good to go. And then you take your blender, because I already did it. It's already ready to go. And you scoop it out. You don't dump all the liquid in there, and you're not going to get all of the, that's the other thing, all of the veggie, fruit, whatever it is, in here at once. You will need a little bit of the liquid, but you just scoop it in here, apples and all, put some of the liquid. I'm sort of trying to do this a couple of times so that you guys can see it all. It makes it a little bit tricky because I'm running out of pots and pans to do this in. I need that pot to put this in. Okay, so you put all this in together. Maybe I'll dump it into this bowl and then just rinse the bowl, because I don't want to put all of the liquid in here just yet. I want to get the right texture for a nice creaminess. Oh, and I need to put coconut milk in here. So I don't want to just dump the whole thing in there because it might just be too loose and runny. So you adjust that moisture to your liking, as creamy and milky or whatever as you like it. So we'll do our coconut milk. I happen to like this brand. It's unsweetened organic coconut by Native Forest. I like that it gets that thick layer on top, and some of them don't do that. So that makes me curious why it doesn't happen. So I kind of stick away from it. You can add seasonings, but my veggie broth was a powdered mix that I made, and I already know it's full of, keep it down, full of seasonings. So this is what I meant. You get this thick layer on top. It's going to be like that more in the winter because it's cold. So I just take like a portion of that, and then I dump a portion of the liquid. I don't really, you guys know, I don't do the whole measuring and whatever. Unless it's baking, like really baking, then I'm a little more careful about that. Okay, so that's all in here. Make sure I've got everything, and then you season it with salt to taste. You can add garlic salt, parsley, basil, oregano, black pepper. Most of that's already in here because of my veggie mix. Okay, so you just pop it in. Your blender, but this is a Vitamix, and the Vitamix is the bomb, and it will chop up all those apple peel, no problem. So this is our soup. See, now that's a little, well, it's okay. It's not bad. But if I had put all of that broth in there, that would have not been good. So what I'll do is I'll use that broth again, and I will just cook up that other squash. Splashed on myself. So that it doesn't get wasted. But this would be way too much broth to do in this. It would just be way too thin. So I'm just gonna do this, scoop it in. I don't need to show you that again. You get it. So there you go. There's your butternut squash soup, and I will just finish this after we're done. So you don't have to watch all of it. But let me get a spoon and just taste test it. It's very hot, but I think I like this texture actually. I think that's nice. Yeah, that seems nice. Okay, let's see. It's very hot, so I'm going to just blow for a second here, because then I'll be like, ah! Just like that. Ah! Yum. Yum. That apple in there, it gives it like a really nice little sweetness. Hi, Bonnie. Good to see you. And I think I see Melinda on there. So I would just add a little more salt to this. But, yeah, this is great. And I don't like butternut squash. So this is great that it's actually yummy. That's good. The ladies are going to love this. They love this kind of stuff. Okay. So that's the soup. Now, I am working with a couple of ingredients that maybe you haven't really worked with before. So I wanted to just show you, but let me just check on it to make sure. Oh, that fork's hot. Almost there. We'll let that keep cooking. So this is cassava root. Cassava root is what they use to make tapioca, I'm pretty sure. And you can find it in the store like this. You're going to, again, save your wrist if you just buy it already cut up and frozen, because this is also another hard root. But this is what it looks like. You can buy this. I just cut off the end. I'm going to cut a little more off because it's a little bit... Okay, we're going to cut a little more off. The end wasn't in good shape. Okay, that's better. And then cut off the other end. This stuff is no joke. Ooh. And these are good knives, so. And then to make it easier to deal with, oh man. They were good knives until I ruined it on this cassava root. Cut it into chunks. Okay. Woo! Okay, hopefully my knife survived that. That was brutal. All right. So then I just turn it on its sides. And it's so much easier on the sides to just skin it like this. But then sometimes I see like little bad spots. Just keep cutting until that's gone. It's fine. You'll get to the good stuff. Yeah, see, I'm already getting done. And when I cut this, I'll just cut that little piece right out now that I've... So do this. So why am I using cassava? Well, because I'm on AIP. And the naturopath doesn't want me eating certain things for right now. And cassava is allowed. And so I saw this recipe pop up for making cassava French fries. And I've been really on the AIP. The thing I have missed the most is crunchy, salty. Are you a sweet person or a crunchy salt person? Tell me in the comments, because I'm definitely a crunchy salt person. So I have really missed that. I haven't really had anything I can really eat, because you can't have, normally I would have like pork rinds. I know some people think those are gross, but I like them. Normally I would have pork rinds, but I can't have pork. So it's been a little bit tricksy for sure. So let me know in the comments if you're a salty or you're a sweet person. What is your go-to snack? So yeah, so what I did is I just went around and I you know what, you don't need to watch me finish all of this. Did this, cut it all up. Let me put this over to the side. Get right in here with the, okay. And I have it in a pot boiling. You cannot eat this raw. Don't eat this raw. It's not like, you can cut up a potato and eat that raw if you wanted to, but not with cassava. It's not good for you to do that. So I have it in this, where'd my bowl go? I put soup in it. Let me get another bowl. Okay. I have it in here boiling, trying to get it soft. And I just cut it in chunks. Yep, there we go. That's good. Okay. So I cut it in chunks. Hello. let me put it in this bowl because it's going to be hot. And I just want to show you something about it. And then I will just save this for tonight because I was going to make it for dinner. I'm not going to make the fries right now. But basically, you just cut them to the size you want, put a little oil, and bake them. I saw another one where you can do them in the Instant Pot and get them like deep fried in the Instant Pot. So I might try that too since I have 2 of them. So this is cooked, but it's really hot. So I'm trying to, I don't know if you can see this. I can't see if you can see it because of the comment section. So, okay, so I could just easily do this. But what is in here, and you can, let me see if you can see it if I come up close. I don't know if you can see, there's like that off-color yellow squiggly, kind of right in the corner there. That's inedible. So you just want to pick that out, and that's how easy it is. It just picks right out. But you can't eat that. So you want to cook it and get into the middle there and get that out of there. And then I will just get this, you know, shaped the way I want it for fries, and that'll be good to go. So that's cassava. You can buy this as a flour as well if you're looking for a grain-free, gluten-free kind of an option. And for those of you who know what pão de queijo is, which is the Brazilian cheese bread, that's the flour they use for that. And pão de queijo is my kryptonite. So I can't have dairy right now, and I know that I can have cassava, and it's hurting me to not make pão de queijo. So, so that's that. I could eat all the pão de queijo in the world, no questions asked. Oh, hold on, I need my knife. I love that stuff. Okay, so one more weird ingredient that maybe you've never used is celeriac or celeriac's how I've heard it, root. Okay, so it's a big ball. And the roots are over here. Again, another hard root. And you want to peel it basically the same way. You just want to cut it all off. And this, I have never used myself. I don't think. I might have used it once, but I cannot remember. So this is going to be made into, we think, what's it called? I have a recipe. Apple pie baked oatmeal, since I cannot have the grains yet again. So this becomes, you shred it and do it with apple again. A lot of apple on the AIP recipes. I haven't eaten this much apple in a very long time. So anyway, you shred it and mix it with some spices, you know, like cinnamon, that kind of spices. And bake it with some apples, sliced apples on top, and it's supposed to be like an oatmeal-y kind of a thing. You put it in the food processor and make it like riced, like you would rice cauliflower. There's a lot of skin trapped in the little root areas, so I'll have to play with that. So this one is way less difficult to cut open. I expected it to be really hard like the other ones, but it wasn't as bad. But I do want to get the skin out of there because I don't want to eat that. Did I shut this off? No, I got water boiling for no reason over here. All right, and so then this will just go right into the food processor. Okay, there we go. I think that's, there's no skin in there. That's okay. So now it's just a big ball, shred it in the food processor, mix all the ingredients, dump it in a pan, and you've got a breakfast casserole, which I will make for this weekend, so I don't have to be cooking all weekend. So, celeriac, does anybody know how to say that? Okay, so that's that, and if I have a chance, I'll throw that in the food processor and show you that recipe, but let's just keep moving, because I have a lot I wanted to cover today. Okay. So, what did I just do with that? Here it is. Okay, AIP Paleo Donut Holes with Cinnamon and Tiger Nuts. Okay, Tiger Nuts are not nuts. If anybody tries to tell you that Tiger Nuts are a great substitute for nuts, they're not telling you the truth. I bought some because I wanted the crunch, and they are weird in their texture. Like weird. I'm not kidding. You put it in your mouth and it's like this weird sort of chewy sort of weirdness. So I know I said weird 400 times, but it's real. But I have to say, I made a recipe for banana muffins that were grain-free and egg-free and this free and that free. And I've been really kind of struggling to find one that didn't end up like a sponge, weird texture. And it was a cross between the tiger nut flour, which I just got on Amazon, and green banana flour. And those were mixed in, and it was actually the best texture that I've found so far. So as weird of a texture as tiger nut is, it's not something you want to like put in your yogurt. I don't care what they tell you. It's not what you want to put in your yogurt. It's not true. Don't listen. Trust me on this one. The texture is not granola. It's not a shredding of nuts. It's not. But it is good. And it is not something that has tons of protein like a nut either. So you're not going to get that nice protein, but you're also not going to get the abundance of carbs that you would get with like the starchy flours that they use in all the gluten-free stuff. So it's a decent option. It's only 1 gram of protein per serving, so it's really not going to be a big protein thing. Okay, so these are the AIP. I feel like this is going to be too small. I think I'm just going to take this out and use the big bowl. Okay, so you need a cup of unsweetened shredded coconut. I love this one. It's really fine. I got Price Right has a really nice one, and at Ocean State Job, I think I got it at Ocean State Job Lot. I can't remember. Anyway, it's really nice. What else? We need a 1/4 cup of the tiger nut. Oh my goodness, it's hot in here. All this water boiling. Okay. Tiger nut flour. Okay, put that in there. We need some vanilla powder because on AIP you're not supposed to be using vanilla extract, but I don't have it, and so I'm just going to use a little vanilla extract. So there you go. Shh. Don't tell anybody. Okay, cinnamon, it's a teaspoon. Sure, let's go with that. Salt, it's a pinch. There's a pinch. Okay, we need 4 dates. Just a reminder on how to do the dates, if I can get them open, because they were already open. Why are you cramping my style here, dates? You've been open. Okay. Just a reminder, you just squeeze it, and the pit comes right out. So put 4 of those in there, squeeze and separate, pit's right in the middle, comes right out. Easy peasy. It's not like all gooey and stuck in there like a peach or anything. It just comes right out. Did I put the, oh no, okay. So there's that, and then 2 tablespoons of maple or honey. My naturopath said to stick with the honey for this for now. So I get my honey at His Harvest in Wolcott. It's a farm and organic food share, and so they get it from Alba Flowers Apiaries in Granby, Connecticut, and it's a really thick, wonderful, raw, unfiltered, unheated, all of that wildflower pure honey. So anyway, if you're looking for a really good honey, they say you're supposed to eat local honey to help with your allergies. So there you go. If you have allergies, give it a shot. So we're just going to go with that as the amount. I think that's all the ingredients, isn't it? Oh yeah, and then you can roll it in maple sugar or coconut sugar if you want. But I'm going to skip that because I don't have either of those, and that seems like work that I don't feel like doing. To be honest. All right, so I'm going to blend these. So I want to get that honey mixed in, so I'm going to blend it like this instead of just mixing it together. Try to get it to kind of come together, although it doesn't seem to be coming together. A little bit. Let me just do it just a little bit longer. Smells good. Okay, so the date should be holding it together. Yeah, I think it will, but I'm just going to make a teeny tiny one so that we can taste it. I might throw another date or 2 in there just because it's not holding together very well. But so you just turn it into a little ball, and it's kind of cute with all the coconut showing. So I don't know why you would want to roll it in sugar, but Okay, what does it taste like? Well, it definitely doesn't taste like a donut, which is what they're calling it, and I didn't expect it to. I don't know who they think they're fooling with this stuff. but it's not bad. Yeah, I mean, I could see it being like the flavor of a donut, I suppose, like the cinnamon donut holes, like the munchkins. So if you like that flavor, it's pretty good as far as that goes. But it's not a donut. Not bad. It's not bad. I would eat that. I'm going to have to, right? Because it's there. So anyway, that's about it. I'll finish up the soup and then I will turn this into balls. But I think I might try to just add a little more moisture in there so that it, forms up a little bit better. But it was super easy. We got to learn about some new root vegetables, I think they're called. I'm going to make that celeriac root thing. And that'll just have some bananas, some coconut milk. I'll finish that can of coconut milk, some apples, cinnamon, maple, ginger, cloves, and salt. And you bake it. So I will take pictures of the fries and everything as we go. Because it's going to take me a little bit to get all these things pulled together, so I don't want you to have to sit and watch me just go through the motions here. So that's what we have. This was actually quite tasty, and I'm not a huge fan of dates, and I'm not a huge fan of coconut. But I need to find solutions, and I know there are a lot of people who are on weird, strict, difficult diets, and it's hard to find recipes that are good. I would say this is a good one, and it actually might even be good sort of as a crumble topping on something. That could work too, actually. So if you're this celeriac thing, it might actually be a good sweet topping on it as well. If you didn't want to, you could just do that. Why not, right? So thank you for coming to watch with me. I see my Donnie is up there. Hi, Donnie. Dawn, we were asking everybody to put in the comments, are you a sweet eater or a salty eater? So let me know if you need salty crunch, or if you're like, just give me the sugar, give me the candy, give me the cookies. I need the salty crunch. I've been missing the salty crunch, so I hope that these cassava French fries give me that salty crunch I'm looking for. I did do this morning, I did chop up a plantain. So here's the thing, another thing, sorry, and then I'm gonna let you go. These diets and all these recipes, they can make things very overwhelming because you have to prepare all these different things all the time. And so I've been preparing the plantain shredded with some apple, fried in a pan, blah, blah, blah. And it's a lot of tools and a lot of work. It's not like crazy hard, but it's more, right? And it's good. But today I took the plantain, I sliced it, put it in some coconut oil in a pan, and I cooked it. And then if you squash it a second time, fry it, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I can show you guys that another time. It was just as delicious. Actually, I liked it a little bit better. It had a nice crunch. I put a little salt on it. It gave me that salty crunch I was looking for. And I didn't have to go through shredding everything and making all these dishes. Keep it simple. If you are on a strict diet, keep it simple. Don't make yourself crazy trying all kinds of things. Find one or two things you really love and stick with it. So hopefully that's a good encouragement if you are on something strict like I am. And I would love to hear if you know any AIP, anti-inflammatory protocols, that are nice and easy that we could do on this show. I'm working through finding recipes that are going to be good to do on this show, because if I can't eat it, what am I doing cooking it? So I need to find things that I can eat while we're doing the show, and that might be helpful to give us some unique recipes like cassava French fries. So there you go. So I'm coming around so that I can shut you off. Thank you for coming. It's so good to see you guys, and I will be back next week. Bye.